Hello and welcome. I hope everyone is okay. And now we will go on in the chapter 2 of measures of central tendency. As you remember, the last week we learned means, but today we will learn the different part of the means from grouped frequency tables. But before we start the lesson, I want you to show something about your Google Classroom account. Please only take care your Google Classroom account. When you click your class as probability and statistics class, the top of the page you can see stream, classwork, people or grades, and when you click the classwork, these file about your all homework, and you can see easily your all homework. For example, your regards to homework instructions and your homework's due date, but previously you mixed something. When you look at my lesson paper, and the last of the page also write your homework, but I prepare these documents before. Sometimes in one video the document doesn't finish, so you shouldn't take care the last of the page your instruction about homework. You only take care in your Google Classroom account and all homework files. When I finish these lessons paper, I activate your these homework. So this homework now doesn't activate. So you shouldn't take care in the papers homework. You only take care your Google Classroom account and in the classwork part all homework file. Okay, you only take care this section. Okay, now we can start our lesson. Our lesson, as I said, about measures of central tendency in the different part of means from grouped frequency tables. When data are presented in grouped frequency table or illustrate in a histogram or cumulative frequency graph, we lose information about the raw values. We lose exactly information, certain information in group frequency table or in histogram or cumulative frequency. For this reason, we cannot determine the mean exactly, but we can calculate an estimate of the mean. We do this by using mid values to represent the values in each class. Please remember that when you want to compute mean by using a frequency table in on grouped data, you should use this formula. Mean equals to sum of all value multiply frequencies over frequency, sum of frequency. But in the group data, we have no information exact values. For example, coconuts are packed into 75 grades with 40 of a similar size in each grade. 46 grades contain coconuts with a total mass from 20 up to but not including 25 kilogram. According to this sentence, 46 grades contain coconuts with a total mass from 20 up to but not including 25 kilogram. We have 46 grades, and their mass interval is greater and equal than 20 and less than 25. But these data is grouped. These data are grouped, so we have no information from 46 grades how many grades 20 kilogram, how many grades contain coconuts, how many coconuts 21 kilogram, how many coconuts 24 kilogram. We have no information. We only have information 26 coconuts mass interval. So in this situation, we can't compute coconuts all kilogram exactly certain. So we use mid value. For example, in the second sentence, 22 crates contain coconuts with a total mass from 25 up to but not including 40 kilogram. So this coconut interval is between 40 kilogram and 25 kilogram. But again, also we have no idea from the 22 coconuts, how many coconuts 25 kilogram, how many coconuts 26 kilogram, how many coconuts 27.5 kilogram. We have no idea in these group data. The last sentence, 7 grades contain coconuts with a total mass from 40 up to not including 54 kilogram. So these coconuts interval mass interval are between 40 kilogram and 54 kilogram. Again, we have no idea about 7 coconut, how many coconut 40 kilogram, how many coconut 40.7 kilogram, etc. So we should use mid value. Okay, now according to these information, we will fill up this table. Our coconuts mass group, the first group greater and equal than 20, less than 25, and the second group greater and equal than 25 but less than 40. The third group greater and equal than 40 but less than 54. Okay, and the number of grades, the first group 46 grades, the second group 22 grades, the third group is 7 grades, and also the sum of the hour frequency 75 grades. And as you remember, we have no idea from 46 grades how many grades 20 kilogram, how many grades 21 kilogram. We have no idea, so we should use mid value. Mid value is also mid value. For mid value, we should compute this section. The first group mid value is 20 plus 25. Also, these are your boundaries for first group over 2. So in the first group mid value is 22.5, and for the second group your interval is between 25 and 40. So the second group's mid value is 25 plus 40 over 2. Your mid value is 32.5, and the third group interval between 40 and 54. So your mid value 40 plus 54 over 2. So it's just 47. Just 47. Okay. Now we will compute x multiply frequency, but we should use instead of x, we should use mid value instead of x. So we should use 22.5 for the first group, and the sum of the mass should be 22.5 multiply frequency. Also we have 46 grades, 46. And the second group we escaped the other way. I can teach this situation. We escaped all grades mass is 32.5 kilogram in the second group. In this third group, we escaped or might all grades mass is 47 kilogram in the third group. In the first group, we escaped all grades mass 22.5 kilogram because we have no idea, as I said, which grades 20 kilogram, which grades 22 kilogram, which grades 23.5 kilogram. We have no idea in this group. It shows us only interval. We have information about we have 46 grades and these grades mass interval is 20 to 25 kilogram. We have only this information. So we should use mid value, and we escaped in the first group all grades mass is 22.5 kilogram. In the second group, all grades mass is 32.5 kilogram, and we have 22 grades, so multiply 22. And in the third group, our all grades mass is 47 kilogram, and we have seven grades, so 47 multiply 7. And in this section I want to use calculator. In this section, for the first group, 22.5 multiply 46 equals to 1000. No, again I want to compute. 22.5 multiply 46 grades, 1035. And the other group, the second group, 32.5 kilogram multiply 22 grades, 715. And the last group, 47 kilogram multiply 7 grades, 329. And then we should compute the data, sum of all data. 1035 plus 715 plus 329, and we have all grades, all 75 grades mass is 2079. So we want to calculate an estimate of the mean mass of grade coconuts, and we have 75 grades, and all grades mass 2079. And please remember that your mean, the sum of the x multiply frequency over the sum of the frequency. But we should use mid value for x, and we figured out this section, and we could find the sum of the 75 grades mass, and it's also 2079 over 75, because we have 75 grades. So 2079 over divided by 75, and equals to 27.12. Okay, our mean is 27.12. And the second section, use the answer to part A, also 27.12. Estimate the mean mass of a coconut. Okay, one coconut, we have 40 similar. We have 40 similar size in each grade. So the mean of grades 27.12, and we should compute 27.12 27.12 divided by 40, because in each grade has 40 coconut, and 27 27 point excuse me 27.72 divided by 40, and 0.693 kilogram for the mean mass of a coconut, because one grade has 40 similar size coconuts. Okay, now we will pass the other section, the other question, but we have a note. When gaps appear between classes of grouped data, class boundaries should be used to find class mid values. The following example shows a situation in which using incorrect boundaries leads to an incorrect estimate of the mean. Okay, now we have an example about this section. Calculate an estimate of the mean age of groups of 50 students where there are 16 years old, 18 years old, 20 19 years old, and 14 who are either 20 or 21 years old. Okay, in group data should be continuous data, and you should arrange your data continuously. So our age 18 years, between 19 years, and also greater and accused than 18, less than 19. And the second group 19 years old, so greater and accused than 19, less than 20. The third group either 20 or 21 years, so it should be greater and accused than 20 and less than 22. Okay, and we have group data, so to find the mean we should use mid value. So the first group has mid value is 18 plus 19 divided by 2, so 18.5. The second group's mid value is 19 plus 20 divided by 2, so 19.5. And the third group 20 plus 22 divided by 2, it should be 21. So our mid value is 18.5, 19.5, and 21. The number of students in the first group, we have 16 students, and the second group we have 20 students. The third group we have 14 students, and also the sum of the all students, the sum of the frequency is 50. And then for the for the sum of the all for the sum of the all ages, we should use mid value, because we are working on group data right now. So in this x, for these x, we should use mid value. And we should compute that 18.5 multiply 16. So please remember that in the first group we can accept all students' age is 18.5. The second group, all of the 20 students age 19.5 we can accept. And also we can accept the third group, 14 students age is 21. We should use this process if we have group data. Okay. And now I will compute the sum of the ages in each group. And the first time 18.5 multiply 16 and goes on 296. And for the second group, 19.5 multiply 20 should be 390. And the third group, 21 multiply 14, it should be 294. And all sum of ages, so 296 plus 390 plus 294 and equals to 710. And if you want to the mean of age for this group, you should use this formula, the sum of the x multiplied frequencies over divided by this the sum of the frequencies. But again, I want to remember you again, these x in the group data we should use mid value. In group data we should use mid value. Okay, and the mean is 710 over 50, so 14.2. yeah, because the simplify is 0 and we divide 75 divided by 5, 14.2. The mean is 40.2. okay, but according to these notes, please notice that when gaps appear between classes of group data, class boundaries should be used to find class mid values. The following example shows a situation which using incorrect boundaries leads to an incorrect estimate of median. If you compute such as this situation, for example, we have a table you know, excuse me. Okay, we have this table, and if you take the data such as these, for example, the age boundaries, you don't, if you don't accept intervals between 18 to 19, if you take the first group age 18, and then the second group age 19, and then the third group age, for example, 20 and 22, 21. So if you accept 20.5, for example, it would be wrong, because you have no interval, because the data aren't continuous data. Okay, if you work on the group data, your data should be intervals. Your data should shows you continuous. Okay, and if you take, this is a wrong way. This is wrong way. If you take the first group students age 18, the second group's age 19, the third group age, because they said us the third group 20 or 21, so maybe you could take 20.5. It would be a wrong result. It would be a wrong way. Okay. Now we came the last of these papers on this lesson. So after this lesson, I will activate this homework on the Google Classroom. Okay, but please, again, only take care your Google Classroom homework file. You don't take care the last of the page homework what I have written. Okay, only take care Google Classroom. Okay, and we can pass the other topic. In this topic, in regard to mean, but in this topic we will use coded data. Okay, what does it mean, coded data? Now we will learn. Okay. Okay, and the code a set of data we can transform all of its values by addition of positive or negative constant. The result of doing this produces a set of coded data. One reason for coding is to make numbers easier to handle when performing manual calculations. Also, it is sometimes easier for making easy calculate to work with coded data than with the original data. Okay, we use coded data for making easy calculate, to find the mean. Okay, for example, we have such as these datas. If we want to find the mean of these datas, the first section you can also compute such as these process. For example, a mean equals to 108 plus 103 plus 106 plus 107 plus 104 over 5. And then, for example, 528 over 5, and it should be 105.6. Okay. Also, you know this process, but in the coded system, we will go on different process. And if you compute easily, you can make all data minus 100. All data minus 100. So you can use 108. Excuse me. You can use 108 minus 100 instead of 108, and 103 minus 100 instead of 103, 106 minus 100 instead of 106, 107 minus 100, so instead of 107, and 104 minus 100 instead of 104. Okay, what I did, all data minus, I compute, I make subtraction all data from all data 100, and it should be the first one becomes 8, the second one becomes 3, the third one becomes 6, the fourth one becomes 7, the last one becomes 4. Okay, and now we have new data 8 and 3, the second, for the second one, for the third one 6, for the fourth one 7, for the fifth one 4, and I will compute these data of mean over 5, and we have 11, 17, 24 and 28. 28 divided by 5 means 5.6. Please remember that what I did before, I make subtraction 100 from all data. So our mean is 5.6, but for the reason of subtraction, make subtraction 100, I should add 100, and it becomes 105.6. And please remember that the first process result and the second one very easy, but in the first process I have to compute with very big, very large number. The second process, I have to compute very small numbers, and the last of these process, if I subtraction 100 from all data, and the last section, I should add 100 on the mean, on the mean, so 5.6. Okay, and we will go on from there next lesson, and as now, have a nice lesson, have a nice day.